Hello, thank you for your time. This is Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is a twofold. One is to give you some techniques, tips, and tricks you could use on your website just to increase your online presence, your leads, and your traffic. And two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website and see if those techniques could outrank them, get you more on the top of the page of Google, which beat your competitors in that area. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. And whatever I talk about here, they're free tips to you. If you want to talk about that or anything else, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, let's talk about these steps. So first is content. So in your content on your homepage, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition, number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So right now, you got a nicely laid out website here. Got your services up here, talking about your commitment level with your team, but testimonials here, which is great, and services and coupons. But one thing I would increase is just your relative content, your keyword content. And so keywords gives Google that electricity to be searched for and found for on Google. So speaking of Google, if I lived in Orange City, Florida, here's what typically comes up. If I put in plumber, Orange City, Florida, that's one of the services you do. Ads come up here, and these are pretty good investment. This is a good way to be right in the front of the face of consumers. That's what it's about, is increasing your online presence. A lot of times, though, consumers scroll down. There's a map pack here. This is important. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. So the goal is to organically be on the top of the page as much as you can for any kind of service you do or an area you provide for in different cities you go to. Typically, we don't count directories like Angie's List and Yelp because consumers, they're going to go to a local business for the most part, especially if it's an emergency type of service. So your top competitor is this Brothers Plumbing here. I think it's Lawton Brothers Plumbing here. Oh, Latow, plumbing here. That's your top competitor. So I'll compare your website to theirs. As you scroll down, you see your page is not on the first page. Here's a page break here, but you're pretty close to them. Actually, you could do a few simple things on your website to outrank them, actually be at the very top of the page here. So to do that comparison, there's a tool here we use called Ahrefs, and here's your URL. So right now you're using 30 keywords. That's what I was saying. That's one thing. First is just increase your keywords, your content. So definitely keep the ones you have now, and you want to have higher volume, more bang for your buck. But think about all the buyer intent keywords, and think about all the cities you go to, and you could tag them. And that's how you increase your keywords. Not only match your competitors, but start dominating your competitors. So you get really, really creative in recreating your keywords and increasing your keywords. So here's your local, and here's their website, the competitor we're trying to beat, Latow, and here's their numbers. So you're using more keywords than them. They're using only 19, but it might be some intentional. This is giving a lot of search volume there. So they might be using less keywords, but maybe their volume is higher. Great thing about this, you don't have to recreate keywords, So for instance, I don't know if you go to Blue Springs and that's around you, you could put that on your website as well, tag it if that's not on there already, and you get that search volume. So you can look at your top competitors' keywords. If you don't have them, you also tag them to your website as well. And that's how you match your competition. Second is backlink. So a backlink is anywhere where one website is linked to another website. These links act like an endorsement of your website from others, and Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like the popularity contest. A person with the most backlinks wins, but keep it in mind not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have strong, relevant backlinks to your industry. If you have websites outside your industry linking to you, it just doesn't give you that trust power with Google. So right now you have 18 backlinks with 14 reference domains. Compare that to the competitor we're trying to outrank. Yeah, they have 113 backlinks and 10 reference domains. So these backlinks here are giving some power, search power in Google. But great thing about backlinks, you can do a deep dive in here. You can pick the ones that are strong and that anybody can follow, and you link them to your website as well. And you add to yours every month. So you not only match these numbers, you start dominate these numbers. And they're getting these numbers here with this traffic 3 compared. Well, you get a little bit more traffic than them, but it's their backlinks that's giving that push power to being on top of them. So you want to increase these numbers here to not only match your competitor, but dominate them to increase this traffic way above them. Then finally, there's citations. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. So if you do have that Orange City address, you want to be right here in the top 3. Much like on pages 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click, people don't click this button for more services. So you want to be in the top 3 right here, right in front of the faces of consumers. And to do that, you increase your citations in directories like Yelp and Angie's List and Expertise and many more you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts work great here too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. So with your website, once your content, backlinks, and your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's worth it to be in the eyes of consumers here, in the map pack, and here organically with all the things you do, all the cities you provide for. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that generates some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So if you do find yourself wanting to scale as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that, give you some more information, or we just talk about goals and I can do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, how to reach those goals. So if you leave me a line of feedback, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. I thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.